afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. And today, let's review a very nice fifth wheel. And this is, of course, a 2016 Montana Legacy 3711 FL. This is the best Montana makes. This is one brand new. Back then cost right at $100,000 brand new. Now it'd probably be another 30 grand higher for a brand new 2022. And this is, of course, the only Montana they built in 2016 with 6 slide outs. This is it right here, the 3711. 40 feet long, or 36 and a half, you want to get technical. Dry weight of 13,260 pounds. Hitch weight around 2,500 pounds. This is a nice one, guys. You know, I've had it for a little while, but this was one that it's a Thor product, so it had the flaking furniture problem. We just spent almost $3,000 replacing all the furniture in the front lounge from our friends at Rec Pro. And normally I'd have it recovered, but at the time, my upholstery shop asked us not to send them any more work till after the first of the year, so we ordered the sofas for it, just had it all brand new. So looks good when we go inside, looks good on the outside. Let's take a look at this thing the best we can. I kind of got them stacked and packed in here so I can't walk to the back, but it does have 50 amp electrical service. You've got 3 slides on each side. I seriously doubt you're going to find a fifth wheel with more square footage on the inside than this one, with a 40 foot long with 6 slides. Does have the hydraulic level up system, just like a Class A motorhome has. Got the 12-gallon DSI gas electric Extreme 4 Seasons with sorry, it's so cold out here, guys, I can't hardly feel my lips. Extreme 4 Seasons with R38 insulation, that's what I'm trying to say. The outside looks pretty good. You know, if it was mine and when it warmed up, I would probably put a good buffing and waxing on it, bring that HD Max out, make it really shine, but all in all, it's not too bad at all. Does have the More Ride air hitch. It is missing a fender skirt over here on the side. You can pick one of those up for, you know, a couple $100, $200 or $300 online. Put it, you know, straighten out your J-wrap a little bit, put it on yourself. That's probably something from a blowout that could have happened years ago. I'm not even, you know, of course, there's no way I could fit through there. I don't think anybody could. Yeah, More Ride is basically like a big shock absorber between the hitch in your truck and your camper, so it's not going to beat you to death when you're towing this if you hit some railroad tracks, bumps, or something like that. So definitely a big upgrade on your hitch. Of course, you know, it's going to take a pretty healthy truck to tow this. Does have another door in the back. I just can't show it to you because I can't get back there. Does have a big power awning. Double furnaces, double whisper quiet roof airs. Of course, it does have the new furniture now in it, so I'll show it to you. Excuse me. It is wind chill right now. The temperature is 32 degrees. Wind chill is 25 degrees Fahrenheit, of course. It's cold. Alrighty. Step inside. I do have the furnace on, and a lot warmer in here. This is a very open and roomy front lounge, which is one of my personal favorite floor plans. Now, guys, the furniture I ordered for this thing matches the factory color. It came in a little bigger than I thought it would be, but it's very, very plush and comfortable. And like I said, this sectional sofa was $2,000 by itself. Then I spent an additional $800 or $850 on the other sofa. So this is money, almost $3,000, not to mention labor putting it in that you don't have to mess with. And this is a sleeper sofa right here, of course. You step up here. I'm 6'4". I can walk all the way to the front of the fifth wheel, no problem. Got a large television. You do have a fireplace, which I guess I should have turned on. Sorry about that. That furnace was doing such a good job, I didn't mess with it. This is your main sectional sofa with theater seating. I guess you could call that. It's a recliners. So very, in fact, this is one, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, you can lower some of them down and have the little, I don't think you can on all of them, but have your little cup hole. It's a neat furniture, guys, they sell. If you ever want to upgrade your RV furniture, and this will fit through the door, that's what I like about it versus house furniture. RecPro.com. I'm not sponsoring them or anything like that. RecPro.com. But got some nice LED light strips in the front. Looks really nice. Middle kitchen area. Corian solid surface countertops. Table and chairs, nice lighting fixture. You do have, because you know, here's the thing between the model numbers. If you look up the factory brochure or NADA, which NADA on this thing's like $63,000, you will notice that it has a 3710 and a 3711. The 3710 is the one with the RV refrigerator. The 3711 is the residential refrigerator. It also has an inverter so that you can power this while going down the road. Of course, now you don't want to leave that inverter on if you're not hooked into electrical power or hooked up to your truck, because it will run your battery down in your fifth wheel. And it does work. We guarantee it to work. Got the big freezer, all really clean. Of course, I've turned it on, but it's not that much warmer. It's not much warmer than that outside, so it probably needs to stay on for a little bit longer. You got a big sink right here. It looks like it is missing one of the sink covers. And I'm just pointing this little stuff out, guys, because it is a 16. It's not brand new. It's not perfect. But then again, it's half price of what it cost new in 16. So, you know, like I said, yeah, you may have to put a fender flare on it, or you may have to live without a sink cover, but for $50,000 in savings, I think I can justify that if it was me buying one very easily, and then some. It does have a ceiling fan in here, fantastic vent fan. I must have flipped a switch or something because the lights went off. That happens when you're a bigger guy like me going through an RV, you bump into stuff. So we'll look at the bedroom first. And back here, you do have a very nice King Island bed. Plenty of lighting in here. You can see the crowned roof. Solid sliding door for privacy. I like that headboard. That's sharp. Television at the foot of the bed. Big closet. Lots of drawer space. There's your second entry door. You know, everything in here looks like it's supposed to. So this is a 4-sleeper, but you know, with that big sectional sofa, you could sleep another person on that if you had to. So I guess you could say it's a 5-sleeper. Does not have washer and dryer. Well, hang on a second. I say that. Nope, it doesn't. You've got a large shower, skylight, elongated China RV toilet. Again, solid surface countertops in here. The Legacy's their top of the line model. So, of course, Montana's the best selling fifth wheel, full size fifth wheel, continuously since 2001. So, you know, this is a, and believe me, it's because of the way they're built, not because of the price, because these are also pretty expensive fifth wheels when they're brand new. And of course, you know, the flaking furniture problem that all Thors and Jaycos and Forest Rivers and Coachmans have, you can't blame them for that, because that they don't build the furniture, they buy the furniture aftermarket, and the pleather in that furniture starts flaking when it gets a few years old. So it's nothing they would have seen when it was brand new to begin with. But like I said, it's a little bigger, but still, I mean, I'm 6'4" and I can get up and down without hitting my head on top of the slide out, and it's actually very comfortable for me to sit here. So yeah, this would be a good trade-off. And this is a lot better than the furniture that was in it. But nice unit, well built, This would be great for recreational use or residential use, either one. It's got the double 15,000 BTU whisper quiet roof airs, which by no means you need right now, but you know, when summertime comes, you'll be glad you got those. They actually put out more airflow than a standard RV ducted roof air. They've got some kind of, and I need to do a little more research on it, but apparently they've got some kind of booster fan in the system that distributes more airflow than a standard rooftop ducted unit that just runs off the fan of the AC that's in the ducted unit. And this has got two of them. Got plenty of it's got plenty of fantastic vent fans if you're boondocking. You can always hook a generator to it too, or shore power if you're at a campground. You got that inverter so you can power your electric refrigerator when you're towing it down the road. And the way it works is, as long as your truck is hooked to the pigtail and it's wired, and your truck is wired up correctly, then it provides a steady 12-volt source for your inverter to convert that incoming DC or 12-volt power to 110 to power your refrigerator. So you can still haul stuff in the refrigerator. You know, I would put some kind of bungee cord around the doors if you're going to put a lot of stuff in it, so you know you don't hit a sharp curve and everything falls out of your refrigerator while you're towing it, which, you know, does happen from time to time. And that's just a good little storage trick. And guys, and by the way, we do offer nationwide delivery, $1.50 a loaded mile. And we've got dually trucks, which is probably what you're going to need to tow this big and this much weight. Now you can, I'm not saying you can't tow it with a four-wheel truck, but you need to look up your vehicle's tow capacity. I'll put a link below to in the video description to our free interactive tow guide. You can look up what your truck can tow, push a button to see everything we have in stock that you can tow with it. And come out and take a look at this Montana. Actually, it's got another one in too with I believe it's a front kitchen. So I'll try to shoot it before I go on vacation. And just a reminder, guys, I will not be here next week. I'm leaving Sunday. We're going to take a little break, winter break, and spend a week. I'm taking my wife and little girl down to Disney for a week. So I won't be doing any videos, obviously. We're just going to have a nice little quiet getaway. Well, quiet as Disney can be. But I will be back the following week and shoot some more videos, and hopefully we'll have some more stuff come in. We bought a lot of RVs, guys. Like I said, in the past 7 to 10 days, we spent over $1 million on inventory. And I've shot a lot of it, but I got a lot more of it coming in. Or it may be like this one, waiting on furniture or something like that. And I'll post it as soon as it gets done. But in the meantime, if you want to know what we have or what just came in or what's coming in, give us a call at 706-965-7929. Talk to one of my salespeople. They will be happy to tell them kind of what you're looking for. They'll be happy to tell you what we got and do all that. But anyway, guys, this particular unit, excuse me 1 second, guys. I got some people wanting to look in here. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. I had to talk to customers for a second. What I was getting at, this unit is $49.9. Also gave me a chance to turn the lights on in here. $49.9 is the price. Haggle-free firm. About 12, 13 grand under NADA and way under what other ones are bringing like it on RV Trader. At least the same year, make, and model. And even though we got such a great price on this thing, we do guarantee the major systems such as the slide outs to work, go in and out like they're supposed to, all 6 of them. Guarantee the refrigerator, freezer to get to operating temp. We guarantee both ACs to get to operating temp for the $49.9 price. And like I always say, guys, everything else is sold as is, but we did spend almost $3 grand on furniture for you. And that's something most dealers wouldn't. Most dealers would have just kept the furniture that was in it, threw some cheap slip covers over it, and let it go, and for a higher price than what we're asking for ours with new furniture. That's not what we do, guys. We take care of you. Of course, understand that everything else is sold as is, where is. We just guarantee those major items to work at time of sale. Everything else, we haven't checked. That's how we keep our prices down so low, guys. So, if you want to come inspect it before you decide to buy it, and you're also welcome to hire a third-party inspection service. Not many dealers are going to say that, but they're welcome here. That way you know what you're getting into before you buy it. But generally, one like this has been taken care of like this. As a rule of thumb, usually everything's pretty good on. I'm not saying that you wouldn't have to put a fender flare or spend a few bucks here and there on it. But you're buying it so far back a book that you could you're saving enough money. There's no way you could ever spend the money to repair everything it needs and being close to retail. You're still going to be quite a bit under retail book. So going to save you a lot of money over the other dealers. Plus, I don't have any fees. You go to these other RV dealerships, they don't tell you about this till you sign on the dotted line. Here comes the fees: dock fees, prep fees, freight fees, happy camper fees, etc., etc., etc. All those fees are 100% dealer profit. We have financing available with approved credit and down payment, no dealer interest rate markup. That saves you thousands on financing right there. A lot of people may not know this, but when you finance through an RV dealership's finance department, even though you're not financing through them directly, you're going through the lenders that they're in business with. And those lenders don't talk to you. They talk to the finance manager. What you don't know is they have agreements worked out with these banks that the bank has what they call a buy rate, which is the actual minimum interest rate, or APR, that they're going to charge you to do this RV loan if you're approved. Well, what they don't tell you, or what the dealer don't tell you, is that the dealer can mark up the interest rate to whatever they want on top of that. So they might get you approved at a lower rate, but you're not talking to the bank, the finance manager is. You have no idea what the actual rate is. All you know is what's on that loan contract the finance manager sets in front of you to sign. And you can rest assured that you're paying more interest rate than what you got approved for, and the dealer keeps about 75% of that additional profit. In fact, the finance manager gets half of that as a commission. So it's going to benefit them to profit as much off of you as possible, because the more profit they make the dealership, the more the finance manager and, of course, the salesperson makes too. So like all these extended warranties and gap insurance and all these packages, interior exterior protection packages that these dealers market that you have to buy a new or used RV, you don't have to have them. The reason they do that is because it's marked up 3 or 4 times dealer cost, and they get paid commission on that too. And then added to the loan with the interest rate markup, it's a double whammy. That's how you go in on, say, use this one for an example. You go in and you go to like Rip Off World or someplace like that. They got a used Montana $49.9. You go in there, you buy it. Here comes the fees. So that $49.9 becomes $55,000. Then your sales tax. And then they finance it, and they mark the interest rates up on the financing. That's additional few $1,000s in interest that you wouldn't pay if you bought it from here and financed it through here. Then here comes the upsells, and before you know it, that $49.9 price, you call the bank and you owe $75,000 on something that was originally priced for $49.9. And you're thinking, oh, it won't happen to me. But guys, everybody that goes in and buys RVs from these places every day said the same thing, and it happens to them. And a lot of times they pass paperwork to you so fast, you don't even know what you're signing. You just sign. And that's why, I'm going to tell you a little trick, and I learned this working there. Why do you think it takes so long to buy an RV? For those of you who bought from them before, from these corporate RV dealers, why do you think it takes so long to buy an RV when you can come here and literally once you decide you want it, you can sign up in a few minutes? I'll tell you why. Because they know that if they stretch the process out over several hours, you're going to get impatient. You're going to want to wrap this thing up and go. They're counting on that, because when you get impatient, instead of arguing with them about every little piece of profit they're going to make, you're just going to say, yes, sign it, let's get this over with and go home. And that's why they do that, because they know when you get impatient, you're going to be more inclined to agree to this, and this, where if they did it in just 20, 30 minutes, you would object to the things you were saying yes to. Like the insurance, or not the insurance, but the gap insurance, the warranties, extended warranties and stuff like that, because you just want to sign and get out of there, so you sign without reading or thinking about it or weighing it out or anything, and that's one of the tricks they use to get you. You know, here, guys, everything's plain English, right up front, $49.9, haggle-free firm plus applicable sales tax. That's it. No fees unless you want it delivered. It's $1.50 a mile delivered one way, loaded mile. And then we cover the return trip back for the driver. That's us paying fuel, paying the driver, and paying hotel expense and stuff like that if needed. You know, it's $49.9 plus tax. Haggle-free firm, doesn't matter how you pay for it. If you finance it, if you trade, pay cash. Combination of the three. If you go through our bank, your bank, it doesn't matter to us. That's the price. That's the deal. No less, no more. You know, that's haggle-free firm, non-negotiable, but we don't add anything to it either. And we guarantee slide outs. We guarantee roof air conditioners to work, refrigerator, freezer to work. Everything else is on you. And obviously the slides work because we have them out. We got the jacks down, so those obviously work. So, of course, you can come inspect it and see what works and what doesn't before deciding to buy it. I mean, that's no problem there. Or pay somebody to inspect it for you. You know, if you want a full retail inspection, then you have to pay full retail price. But what I'm getting at, guys, is that's the deal. There's no surprises. There's no games, no gimmicks. No plus this, this, and this, and this, and this. No, you're not going to overpay for financing here. You know, whatever bank we get you approved for, that's whatever rate they say in terms, that's what you pay. You know, my personal recommendation on RV financing is pay as much money down as you can, because whatever you pay extra down, you're going to get back when you sell it or trade it later on, because that's less you have to pay off. And always say no to upsells. Keep your amount financed as low as possible. That way, you know, there's a big difference between using a camper you actually have equity in versus one that you have negative equity in. And that's not a good feeling. I've been there. Like, not a good feeling at all. It's like owning a house that's worth $300,000, but you owe $600,000 on it. It's not a good feeling. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Check out this 2015 Keystone, Montana Legacy 3711 FL. Beautiful RV, guys. Won't last. $49.9, haggle-free firm. If you're interested, give us a call. Again, 706-965, 16 model, not 15, 16 model, 965-7929 is the phone number. Call before coming to look to make sure it's available. I do recommend leaving a deposit if you're coming a long distance. If you got questions about it, about what we check, or anything I've said on the video, best thing to do is call one of my salespeople by phone or stop by. We'll help you out. You know, you can certainly email and message if you want to, but the most efficient way for everybody here is to call or come by. We take trade-ins, and again, financing available with approved credit and down payment, and delivery is also available. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Come out, visit with us, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.